What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mind Something. If you're new here, my name's Jake, and in today's video we're going to go over Radiant Overclocks, what I have found to be the most efficient so far. But if you got better overclocks, do me a favor, leave them in the description below. Would love to see them, would love to test them and share them with the rest of you guys. So with that being said, let's jump into some news first and take a look at profitability numbers before we get into the overclocks. I'm going to pull up what to mine, and currently what to mine is showing that Neoxa is negative, Caspa's negative, Ravencoin's negative, everything's negative, right? Some more negative than others. But Radiant is still currently profitable, even though after my video and Rapid Mining talking about it, a hash rate has just gone up ridiculously, which, what else do we expect? That's to be expected. I did get a comment wanting to know why would I share information on YouTube with you guys about something being profitable, knowing that it would not be profitable immediately following, the news getting spread. And let me be clear here, guys. I'm not doing this for clicks on YouTube. Okay, my channel's not monetized. I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. Number one, whenever I first started mining, the way that I was able to accomplish a lot of what I was able to accomplish was because of helpful YouTube videos. So I'm going to give back, and I hope you guys appreciate that. Number two, this is a community, okay? And there are 3 stages in life, and most people only get to the first stages. Okay, the first stage is dependency. That's when you're a child and you rely on mom and dad and family members to take care of your basic needs, like feeding you, putting a roof over your head, etc., etc. The second stage in life is when you become dependent and you're able to take care of those basic needs by yourself. You don't need somebody else to take care of that. But there's a third stage, and this is very important, and the smartest people get to this stage, and that is interdependence. Interdependence is when you figure out that you can accomplish more together with other people than you can all by yourself. And that's what this community is all about. The mining community knows that it's important to share this information. If we don't, then the projects don't get adopted, okay? This is just part of the process. I know it's frustrating that nothing is profitable right now, but this is just the way these cycles work, guys. So you got to be active, you got to pay attention, and you got to do the research. And I want to help you guys do that research, and if you appreciate it, please do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and let's move on. So right now, Radiant hash rate is up to about 78 terahash right now. So over the last couple of days, we've gone from roughly about 30 terahash to almost 80, so more than doubled. However, it is still profitable right at this very moment. So it looks like my estimated daily earnings is 2311, and the current price is 0.002095. And if we pull up a calculator, let's see here, 2311, oops, times 0.002095. It's roughly $4.84 a day, and man, it's getting really close to break even. Right now my farm is pulling, I think, about 1400 watts. Yeah, 1469. So let's go back to the calculator. So 1469 times 24 hours in a day. Divide that by 1,000 watts, which is 1 kilowatt hour. It's 35.25. Now, if I was at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, that would be $3.50. However, I'm at 13 cents per kilowatt hour, which is going to put us at about $4.20 or so. So yeah, it's just about break even right now on Radiant for me. And if you're not running the overclocks that I am, there's a real good chance that you are not profitable, especially if you're paying more than 13 cents per kilowatt hour. So, before we get into those overclocks, one other thing I wanted to mention, and that is Ergo's difficulty did drop. It's down to 16.61 petahash. It is not currently profitable at the moment. You still have to scroll pretty far down the list here to get to Ergo, coming in at negative $5.79 per day. They are working very diligently to get this EIP, I think it's 37, out the door. But that involves, votes from you guys, votes from the miners. So make sure that you are on a pool where you can cast your vote as an individual. One of those pools would be, I think, getblock.io. There may be some others out there, especially if you're solo mining. You should be good to cast your vote, but follow them on Twitter for more information. Also wanted to mention that Kaspa is supposed to get listed on MEXC Global tomorrow. Very excited for that. Be very interesting to see what happens to the price once that's listed. I'm expecting good things, but given the circumstances of the crypto market as a whole, maybe we shouldn't be expecting too much. So anyway, let's jump into the overclocks. So one thing that is very similar to this algorithm is Kaspa. It's a core intensive algorithm, and with Kaspa, I got lots and lots of comments about how terrible my overclocks were, and it's a learning curve. So I try one thing, share it with you guys. Initially, that was how to lock your memory to 810, and that dropped power significantly. And then the next part of that evolution was locking the core clock to 1700 or 1740, and that also dropped my usage tremendously. Of course, hash rate drops a little bit as well, but efficiency skyrocketed at that point. Now, I've heard some people say to just run core at 150 or 200 or 280, 250, something like that, depending on the GPU, and then setting your power limits. And it seems like some people have been more successful with their efficiency than I have, but I haven't been mining Kaspa. In fact, I'm not really mining anything at the moment. I'm mining a little bit of Radiant right now, but my plan was to simply disassemble the farm, do some massive cleaning work on the solar farm. But since Radiant is currently profitable, I might as well take advantage, and I am at the moment. So let's get into these overclocks here. So Alderon, the 3070 Ti rig, all Founders Editions. We have a locked core of 1200, and memory here does not matter. I have set the memory locked at 810, and some of these cards are coming in at 10 mega hash per watt. And if you watched the last video where I mentioned that mining is still profitable, you saw that my fans are really low, my temperatures are really low, and my wattage is super low. Now, as far as hash rate is concerned, yeah, you could probably get 900 to 950 mega hash on a 3070 Ti, maybe more. But as far as efficiency is concerned, this is what you should be shooting for, guys. And if you have better overclocks than these, please share them down in the comments below. But yeah, 57 watts and 609 mega hash. That is obviously over 10 mega hash per watt. That is not at the wall though, this is in software. Some of these up to 67 watts, anywhere from about 57 to 65 watts seems to be average here. Let's take a look at Coruscant, which consists of 6600s and one 5600 XT. I did have some trouble getting my voltage down on one of these 6600s. I thought it was the 5600 that was causing the issues, but it was not. In fact, it was GPU number 5. But as you can see here, we are anywhere from 33 watts all the way up to 41 watts in software, 278 mega hash, and silicone lottery. Can you get down to 650 on your memory voltage? I don't know. I recommend starting at 650. If your rig crashes, it'll most likely crash several minutes to several hours later, so just keep an eye on it. Maybe safer to run it at 700, 800, 1300, but you should be able to get pretty close to these numbers. And then going back to Nvidia cards, Naboo consists of 3080s and 3070s, all Founders Editions. And as you can see, we are close to 10 mega hash per watt on a 3080, and then right there at 10 mega hash per watt on the 3070s. And again, we're running locked core at 1200, locked memory at 810. Now, I did play around with these locked core clocks. I did go as far down as like 1050 or 1060, and the efficiency was really close to the same, but I lost a tremendous amount of hash rate. So, running it at 1200 seems to be the best number for me to get you maximum hash rate and maximum efficiency. You could perhaps try going a little bit lower than this, but honestly, from all of my testings, the only thing I really don't have on Nvidia as far as 3000 series is a 3090 or a 3060. So in all my testing, yes, it seems like 1200 is the way to go. Let's take a look at the last rig here, which is a mixed rig consisting of 3060 Ti Founder Editions, a 3070, a 3080 Ti, and a 3070 Ti. This 3070 Ti is an Asus. The rest of these are all Founders Editions. But yeah, getting really close to that 10 mega hash per watt on all of these cards. And like I said, if you got better overclocks, please share them. Don't be stingy. We would love to have this information. If anything, if you share more efficient overclocks than what we're running here, there's a good chance that hash rate is going to go down, and that's going to cause network difficulty to drop. So yes, please share those more efficient overclocks. Anyways, I did want to update you guys on the solar farm. I did take a lot of video today, and I'm very anxious to show that with you guys. So stay tuned for the next video. I got a lot of editing to do, so bear with me. I'll try and get that to you as quick as I can, but I'd like to make this last video all encompassing, kind of from start to finish, and then what kind of numbers we're getting out of the solar panels. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching the video.